Good morning, students. Welcome to your English class. In today's session, we will be doing letter writing, and in that letter writing, we will be learning about letter of complaint.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes. Yes. What happened? Anything you want to ask? Anything? Okay. How many times it has happened that you have purchased uh, any goods from the market and you are not satisfied with the product, or that product is giving a problem? How many times it has happened to you all?
4 to 5 times.
Oh, 4 to 5 times. What did you purchase, Shamli?
Ma'am, that bag sometimes change is not proper workingly.
Okay.
Change of bag. And
Okay.
ma'am, t-shirts sometimes not over. But plain headphones also.
Headphones. Okay. Prathamesh,
It commonly happens during the online shopping.
be louder.
It commonly happens during online shopping.
Online shopping, right? Okay, so this is something common, that we order something and we are not satisfied with the product what we get it. Okay, and sometimes it has been told that the product is not returnable. But if you are purchasing it locally in your local market, any of the electronic gadget, okay, maybe it is a mobile phone or a fridge or a washing machine, or for example headphones, you say anything, sometimes the quality differs. Maybe sometimes when you are using, it is not giving a good rapport. Maybe you are facing a problem in operating it, because what demo they have given you there in the store and this is completely different. Or maybe the piece what you have purchased, it is not up to the expectation, and it is not the one which you had ordered earlier. Maybe some different piece has come to you all. Okay, you all had seen a red color nice fridge, maybe double door, and maybe they have sent a blue color or something of different of this what you can say features.
Brand.
Yes, or different brand or a different feature. That time what exactly you do it? What do you do?
Ma'am, we change
Yes, but what do you do for that?
right
Well,
to
it's
come.
blend.
Do you keep quiet taking that product? No, you have to
No,
raise your
no.
voice against them, right?
We complain them to change the product.
Yes, as
We try
a
to contact them.
yes, as a customer of that particular store, what do you have to do is you have to raise your voice against them. For that, what do? You need to either go and complain, I mean, either go and tell them about it. At times, what happens? You may go for a telephonic conversation, telling them so and so thing has happened, and you come and replace it. But at times they do not care for the complaint which you have made. They just neglect. But the last thing is what? You better have to give it in a writing form so that you can take an acknowledgement. And in the writing form, what you can do is you can have a letter of complaint to that particular store manager or to the concerned authorities. Okay. And now, when you are not satisfied with the product, or maybe a damaged piece, a damaged product has come to you all, you are not supposed to use that product, and then after 8 days or 10 days you go for a complaint. Immediately, as soon as you come to know that the product is giving you a problem, you have to launch a complaint. Now, what type of complaints can you go for? Yes, what kind of complaint you can go for? You can go for defective
Quality of product.
piece. Again, you can go for, yes, poor
Quality of
quality. Next, what you can say again? Goods are different.
And shipping and packaging quality.
Yeah, goods are different from what you have ordered. from what was ordered. Then next what you can say?
I'm shipping and packaging quality.
Yeah, that is what poor quality, as I told you. Then delay in sending, delay in sending. Then damage in transit. Maybe they have packed a good quality product only, but when it has been brought from a very far off place, so in transit the product can get damaged. Maybe a piece has been come out, or maybe there are cracks, or maybe there are scratches. So this is something common that everybody faces, okay, especially when it is too heavy, when they are lifting it, putting it into the truck or maybe a vehicle. Then suppose your house is second floor and there is no lift. Again, they have to take from down, they have to take it on top. So maybe when they are taking it, there are scratches, and then you come to know that there are scratches. Again, you go and complain, so and so. So there will be damage in the transit. So they have whatever product you have ordered, you have to get it according to your expectation. If these things are, as a customer, you come to know about these things, what you have to do is you have to go for a letter of complaint, right? You need to complain about the product which you have purchased and you are not satisfied with all these, because you have got a poor quality, you have got a defective piece, you have ordered something but you have gotten something else, delay in sending. You wanted your product to come on Raksha Bandhan day or maybe on Diwali, and it has come to after 1 week. So what you can say is you can complain. Then damage in transit. For example, as I told you, there is a crack or a scratch or a piece which has been come out from that, which has come out from that particular product, or these all things. So if you find all these things, immediately you have to go for a letter of complaint. Now, when you are complaining about a product, how you are going to start? When you are writing this letter, for example, what you are going to start up with? Directly you are going to start?
Address.
Yes. What is the first
From
one?
address.
From.
From.
Sender's address.
From ABC. Okay, Belgavi, as I said. After that is what?
Date.
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 You leave a line and you write, suppose today you are writing, so today's date is what? 18 August 2021. Next is what? Leave a line and write. Huh?
Two.
I'm receiving a
Yes.
set.
Two. Address.
So, as I told you, this from doesn't come. Okay, I'm sorry. This from doesn't come. Only the name comes. Then two also
Okay.
doesn't come, but to whom you are addressing? The
Given
manager.
address.
Manager. Now, which store it is? Suppose Harsha. Harsha
Belgium.
Electronics. Then here Belgavi. Okay. Next will be what?
Subject.
Subject. You write the subject here. Letter of complaint.
Print.
And you underline it. Letter of complaint. Then here you write Sir, Madam.
Ma'am, respected sir, we can also write. No?
You can write, but there's no required. You can just go for only Sir. You can write, that is not a problem. Okay, Sir, Madam. After that, with reference to the above subject. Now this is the above subject which you have written. So, with reference to the above subject, I would like to bring to your notice about the product which I purchased from your store. Okay, this is the first paragraph what we go for. With reference to the above subject, I would like to bring to your notice about the product which I purchased from your store. After that, you are going to write about what problem that product is given you. For example, if I say you have purchased a washing machine from this Harsha Electronics. Now, you have to write, I had purchased an LG washing. Now see, when you are writing about the product, you need to mention the brand. Okay, the brand, then along with that the date, when did you purchase, along with that the invoice number. Okay, any 3 to 4 digit, any number, the receipt number. So here, in the second paragraph, you can write, I had purchased an LG or a Whirlpool or a Videocon washing machine from your store on, you write the date, maybe 3 to 4 days prior, or maybe 2 days prior, or maybe 1 week you have purchased and just yesterday you have switched on and you come to know about it. Anything, just 4 to 5 days prior, you can just mention the date. Now suppose this is 18th here you have written, you can give the date as 16th or maybe 14th or 15th. On 14th of August, which bears an invoice number, you write the invoice number. So 3 to 4 digit, whatever it is. Okay, full stop. I would like to launch a complaint because, then you write what problem it's giving. Because I am not happy with the product which you have given to us, or I am not satisfied with your service. In the demo, you all had told about its extra features and the quality of the product, but when it was brought home, the features are missing, or maybe you have found that the piece is defective. Any thing you can take and then continue with the complaint. So you have to say that I would like to have my payment back, or you need to send your person replacing the product. You have to have a replacement of that product. You don't want to continue with the same product. So you need to tell them that so and so is a complaint and I'm not happy with the product and your service. So I request you to either pay me back my check or in cash, whatever you have given. Okay, I want my money back, or replace my product with a new one. Looking forward for a positive reply. The last paragraph. I hope, you can say, I hope you will give a listening ear to my complaint, or you will look into my matter seriously and get the things done at the earliest. Thanking you, yours faithfully. Whatever name you have written, the same name you will be writing it down. Is it clear? Any difficulty, any doubts in this?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Clear.
See, whenever you are writing a letter of complaint, you need to remember that you need to write the name of the product, the brand, the date, when did you purchase, the invoice number, everything. Only if you write, I had purchased a washing machine from your store and it's giving lot of problem, no, it's giving some weird sound and this, they will not understand who, what. So it is because if you give an invoice number, they have the details which have been entered maybe in their system, or maybe they will have receipt book wherein they have a copy with them. So they will cross check and they will come to know that okay, 2 to 3 days back this customer had visited our store and so product was delivered to their home. So they will immediately give their service. But if without all these details, if you are writing, they will not understand anything, and it is wrong also. So you need to give the detailed information, why the complaint you are launching and what are the details about the product. Right now, it is not only that you are complaining about the product. Now, can you tell me where else you can complain? Where else you can complain? Now, this was about the product, what we have purchased, and you are not satisfied with all these things. Now, can you tell me where else you can launch a complaint? Yes, come on.
Ma'am, salary,
Huh?
salary paid employee.
Salary.
Ma'am, when there is a theft,
Ma'am, to tour agency.
Huh. See, one example they have given, one exercise they have given on page number 75. They have told that you are Sujal of Pragya Public School, Punjab, who had arranged a trip for 50 students to Nainital in summer vacation for 10 days with Mount Travels and Tourism. So they have planned with this tourism department, Mount Travels and Tourism, and the arrangements done by the travel agency were far below the standard. Now, what is the meaning of far below the standard? That means whatever
good
facilities,
quality.
yes, whatever facilities and arrangement they had promised you to give, they were not up to the mark. It was of poor standard, right? It was of poor standard. So you are not happy with all that, and the accommodation and poor food facilities were inferior in quality. So they must have promised you to give 3-star hotels, but when you reach there, they have not even given you 1-star hotel to stay. Accommodation is what? The stay what you go, the stay what you do when you visit the place. So it was a very simple and a normal ordinary hotel wherein the facilities were not of good quality. Maybe water facilities were not good, no hot water, no AC, no Wi-Fi. Because nowadays these all things are compulsory, which the customers opt for. Okay, they want hot water, they want a bathing tub in their hotel, they want a club, or they want a swimming pool, they want this Wi-Fi connections, everything. Then only they are ready to. But if they have promised you to give this and if they have not given you, or if they have given you a poor standard, then definitely you will go against them and launch a complaint. Maybe they have told you about a good quality of food, and the quality of food was not good. So these all things made you very unhappy, and then what do? You write a letter of complaint to the director of the agency to stop duping tourists with false promises, as it tarnishes the image of local. That means you all are cheating the public. You all want the people to opt for your tours and travels, but you all are not giving the good services to them. That means you all are complaining to the director of that agency to stop duping tourists. That means you all are cheating. You all are taking money from them and are not providing a good service. And you all are making false promises. Yeah, you will get this, you will get that. You will be having a good swimming pool in your, in your stay accommodation there, hotel. You will have a nice pub and this and that. But go to see, nothing was of good quality. It was of all poor standard, as it tarnishes the image of the local. Tarnishes means the image what has been created about the tours and travels. What happens? It is declining. It goes down and down, because once you go with a tour and travels, and after coming, if you find their service very good, automatically there will be a mouth publicity to everyone. You will go on describing about your tour and their services to everybody. I had been with so and so tours and travels. and the service was so good. They treated us so well. The accommodation was lovely, beautiful tasty food and this and that. So automatically what happens, if anybody else also wants to go, they will try and go, and no, they'll try and find out about some other places, and they will opt for that tours and travels. But if you come and tell that it was not good, don't go with that tours and travels, so automatically what happens, the image what is there, it is totally as zero. Nobody is going to go and opt for any tours and travel. So you have to mention that you are making false promises, you are cheating the people, the tourists, and because of all this, it's going to affect the image of the locals also. That is the local people who are staying there. Okay, because their income is dependent on the tourists which we visit. As tourists, as when we go to another place, we will have a guide from there, or we will have, people, suppose if you go there, if you have a shopping center there, people staying locally, those people also will be affected, because when the tourists don't go to that particular place, what is going to happen, their income also will be nil, so it is going to affect them also. So you have to add on all these points when you are writing a letter of complaint. So this was one kind of complaint about against the tours and travels. The next uh, complaint is what? Come to page number 77. Come to page number 77. See what is given there. The road of your colony was repaired a few months back. It gave away the first spell of rains, resulting in deep pits at several places. So this is something very common you can see now at present. Have you all seen the roads everywhere? Yes. Have you all seen the pit? So deep they are. At times what happens, it becomes very difficult for the people to walk and to drive their vehicles, and what happens is accidents occur. So you are not satisfied with that, so you need to write a letter of complaint to the chief engineer of public works department, asking him to get it urgently repaired to prevent the risk to the people, because day by day accidents are increasing, the risk factor is increasing. That is why you need to complain against this chief engineer of the public works department, telling them about the repair of roads which was done few months back. It was the material which was used was not up to the mark. They have used a very poor quality of material, and because of one or two heavy rains, what has happened, the entire road is damaged, and there are pit holes everywhere, wherein even when the heavy vehicles go, what happens is the pit goes deeper and deeper, and it becomes difficult for the two wheelers especially to ride their bikes, or scooty, or whatever it is, non-gear vehicles also, which have small tires. They cannot ride their vehicles properly on the road. The risk factor has increased, and what happens, they tend to meet with accidents. So these are things you need to mention, and you have to urge them to urgently repair the roads as to prevent the risk to the people, and then they have given you the name. Now they have given you some value points. You can use those value points which they have given in the blue box there. The road of our colony, Mansarovar apartment, in bad condition, repaired a few months back, badly damaged with heavy rains, deep pits, fear of accidents, one motorcyclist fell and injured, so that you can include lot of traffic on the road, get it repaired please. So this is a request, you need to do it, and prevent risk of accidents to the people. So you are complaining against the roads which are being constructed in your local area, which was not up to the mark. They have used a poor standard material, because of which the conditions of the roads are very bad. Okay, so this is another type of complaint. One more type of complaint is about parking. Now, when you go to the market area, this is one common problem which everybody faces. You don't get proper parking. Where there is parking of two-wheelers, the four-wheelers come and park there. Where it is of four-wheelers, the two-wheelers come and park there. Even if it has been told no parking zone, what happens? People come and park and go. And have you all seen the truck or the lorry which comes? They literally lift the vehicles and put it in that lorry and take, because of the vehicles which are being parked at the no parking zone. Because nowadays every family is having 4 to 5 vehicles. The traffic is increasing like anything on the road. So this is a common problem which everybody faces. So you can just complain about the parking lot which has been as a citizen you have faced about the parking, and then you can just tell about to make a particular zone or a particular place for four-wheelers and two-wheelers, wherein people get this, they are convenient about parking their vehicles on the road. Sometimes they just park on the road and go inside the shop to buy, but the vehicle is there lying on the road. And the people who are walking, the pedestrians, it becomes very difficult for them to walk at times. So there are n number of complaints wherein you can go for, not only with the purchase of goods. As I told you, you can go with the travel agency complaint, you can go with the this parking, and then again you can go with the chief engineers, public departments. You can complain about roads, or maybe you can complain against scarcity of water. They're not, they're not sending the correct amount of water which you are expecting. Okay, maybe alternate days you were supposed to get water, now you're getting only once a week, so that water is not sufficient. So you can go for a complaint for that also. So there are n number of subjects when you can go for a complaint, but only thing that you need to read the question carefully and see what has been given in the question, and accordingly you need to draft your letter of complaint. Right? Is it understood, children, how you are going to write the letter of complaint?
Yes, ma'am.
Any
Yes,
difficulty? Any difficulty?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay, right. Now, the last thing. Yes. Now, when you are writing when you are writing a letter of complaint, always, how many paragraphs do you go for? How many paragraphs do you go for? Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, for what?
For this letter, usually
Ma'am, 3 to 4. 3.
not 4,
Ma'am.
only 3.
3.
I have seen
Ma'am,
children writing 4 to 5 paragraphs now also in the UT1 paper, UT2. Don't go for 4 paragraphs. It should be only 3 paragraphs. That is first introduction. Second will be the body where you explain, and third will be the conclusion. Right? So only 3 paragraphs you will write it, wherein first paragraph will be introduction, that is with reference to the above subject. Second paragraph you will describe about why are you complaining about what, and then the conclusion. That means you are going to have a request done to look into that matter seriously. So these 3 paragraphs only, not anything beyond it. Then last will be the complimentary clause, and then your name. Clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now for your homework, you have to write this formal letter of complaint from page number 75 and 76, or you can go for 75 and 77. Keep
Okay,
76 like that only. Once you come to school, we will start with it. But at least for your homework, try doing it. If you find any difficulty, just let me know in the next class. If you find that you have not understood or how to write it, you can just approach to me, then we can clarify your doubts. Till here, everybody is
Ma'am,
understood?
homework we have to do it English notebook.
No, why English notebook and why these books are there? Write it in this only.
Okay.
You can staple a single page there. Okay, because space provided is very less. So what you can do is, you can write it on a paper, or you start writing on the book. The next part, I mean the continuation, you can write it on a paper and just staple it to that page here. Okay, you can just staple it. So, and then you can just write the page number, continuation of page 77. I will understand. Last year students have done the same thing.
Okay.
Because the space which is provided for your write-up, it's very less. Maybe that address also will not fit in that. From to this, and it's going to cover the entire place here. So what you can do is, you can go for a long paper, long sheet, write it and staple it there. I will correct it once you come to school. Yes? Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. No doubts, right?
No, ma'am. No,
Try
ma'am.
to complete your pull-out practice paper book, so that once you come to school, we can start the classes. You can start with some other exercises when you come offline to school.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Shall we wind the session?
Yes. Okay, sure.
Yeah. Bye, all of you all. Take care.